Welcome, everybody, to episode 122 of the effing title. I am Big Husky,
And I'm DeNutte.
and together we are the effing title, and it's a shit show, and we're here just kind of fucking around, hanging out, doing stuff. We're going to
It's
talk about all sorts of
big
stuff.
movie heavy,
Oh,
show heavy podcast tonight.
yeah, this is going to be a big, I'm just going to say, like, big nerd. Big nerd podcast, because the two that I have, one of them isn't really nerd related, but still. How's your week?
It's good. Yeah, it was good. Friday was like my big piece of shit day. Where like I slept in till like 7:30, and then I took a nap from like noon to 2. Oh yeah, maybe even 3. Might have been a 3-hour nap. Thank you.
You good?
Otherwise, I drank a little too much on Friday.
Nice.
So got away from me.
Okay.
Sometimes that happens.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta let the demons play.
The demon hit me hard, and then I slept till 10 on Saturday.
Ooh,
Yeah,
nice
so
10 o'clocker.
I just ruined my day Saturday. So I kind of actually had a real piece of shit weekend, and then I went to the movies.
Okay, which we'll talk
Yeah.
about here in a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How was your week?
Well, bad.
Less busy?
It was
Less stressful?
It was less stressful, but it was also one of those things.
Yeah.
Just like this upcoming week is gonna be a stressful week.
Yeah.
So like last week was kind of more of just a okay, back to basics, back to doing the normal things, and then it was one of those things where it's like Wednesday came around, and I'm like, so where's the items that I gotta ship? And they're not here yet, and I was like, it's Wednesday.
I feel like that happens every time you have stuff to ship.
Oh yeah, it is. It's terrible because there's certain things that we'll get in that's like we're supposed to ship at this date or supposed to ship at that date, and then it's one of those things that's like we get it like the day, like a day or two before sometimes. Or the one that's really annoying is it will be one of those things where it's like there's 10 items or 10 boxes that we're supposed to get in, and we get like 5 one day, 3 the next day, 1 the final day, and then we're trying to figure out where the fuck the last one is. And the last one is like, yeah, the last one's like lost somewhere in fucking Alaska or something like.
Yeah.
But other than that, we're bad. Just the usual, just kind of game, relaxed a little bit this week actually. So that's kind of wild. So
I played Shredders today, like I usually do.
I saw you on Star Citizen too.
Oh, I did play Star
I
Citizen
do.
for a couple hours.
I love how Discord just like if you have like the share thing on, it just openly just outs everyone. Because I remember I was talking to someone and they were like, I was like, what's up? I was like, you doing anything? They're like, no, I'm just relaxing. I was like, huh. Discord says you've been playing Fortnite for the last 4 hours. They're like, okay, so maybe I haven't been relaxed.
But okay, so my buddy plays a lot of RuneScape.
Okay.
Like unashamed. Like he plays it all the time.
Unashamed.
Yeah, like he has a 3090 too, which makes me laugh. Because he only plays Destiny and RuneScape.
Okay, fair.
Has a 3090.
Hey,
Okay,
you need that for those, for those fucking RuneScape graphics.
To be fair, he found it in a Walmart and was like, so he was just at a Walmart and there was a 3090 Founders Edition. So he went, well, I guess I gotta. So
that's kind of that's one of those ones where you really just kind of like you gotta didn't want to do this, but
it's still $1,500. I don't know if I could adjust. Maybe if I found a 3080. But yeah, so he plays RuneScape and I'm like, oh, World 181, huh? He's like, stop it.
Stop it! Stop it!
Stop it!
Stop it! They know my name.
Yeah,
Famous.
Xander.
Mm-hmm.
He's also a Xander.
All right.
Yeah.
First major.
Halo.
Well, nope.
Halo.
I'm gonna cut you off
not
there.
Halo.
We're gonna start off.
Okay,
we're gonna start off with something else. First major thing, big important thing here. Okay.
Yeah.
Muffins.
Muffin tops?
Just muffins.
Okay.
In general, the entire thing, not just the top, right? So the store down the road from me, White's.
Cumbies?
Nope, White's. This is actual like grocery store. Like,
Oh, okay.
yeah, like it's one of the like the town grocery stores, one of those ones.
Like a Solis. Do you guys have Solis?
No, we have White's.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
But
Yeah.
But yeah, no, yeah. So it's one of those ones though. But so they have like 4 packs of muffins, but then they'll
They might
say
want to rebrand their name there.
it's the White's Market.
They might want to
Still, yes.
rebrand their name there. That doesn't make it any better.
I mean, they probably should, but at the same time, we are really up north. I mean,
yeah, I mean,
but no,
you are, yeah.
you know, so they have these like little like random packages of like 4-pack muffins every now and then. I saw some and they were blueberries, so I grabbed them. They also do sell muffin tops by themselves, but they taste really weird. They don't taste like muffin tops.
I feel like you need to have the whole muffin to get the proper muffin top because it gets hard underneath.
So this is my big brain play. You ready for this? Okay.
Yeah.
So if I were to ever open a thing where like we sell muffin tops, right? We'd make muffins, twist the tops off, or slice them off, whichever one, right? And then we would take the bottom, separate it, squish it up into a ball, dip it in some chocolate glaze, boom.
Oh, you could probably
Muffin
somehow
balls.
make those into like a donut.
That's what I'm saying. It's like a donut muffin ball sort of thing. Like,
Well, have you ever had a truffle ball?
yes. Well, okay, so muffins. What's your favorite type of muffin? I've been asking people this question all weekend, ever since I bought the muffins. Like, I'm just saying, like, you go to a store.
It all depends on where it's from.
Okay, fair. All right.
Yeah, because like,
see, because for me, I can't say that. For me, it's always just boom. If I see this muffin, I'm buying this muffin. Like there.
Well, I have to see it, and then like my eyes do my picking for me. So like, you know, Boar's Head. You've had to have heard of Boar's Head. Boar's Head makes an amazing blueberry muffin that like cannot be beat. I'll get a blueberry muffin from Boar's Head.
See, that's
you like chocolate? I like chocolate chip.
I'm a blueberry boy across the board. But the one that really is good is at Cumbies. They do one that has a crumble on it.
Coffee cake muffins are always. I like coffee cake. I guess like if there was like a treat, I'd probably go coffee cake. There's where I work, they make their own muffins and like pastries, and I've been getting like God, what's the thing where it's cheese, blueberry, a cheese Danish.
Ooh.
They've been doing, and it's like it looks like a Pop-Tart almost.
Oh, okay, that's interesting.
It's that shape, and then the cheese and blueberry are internal, and then it has cracks on the top.
Ooh.
I've been getting those lately.
See,
Get one a week. Not trying to spoil myself too much, but
one of the wild ones that they do at the Weiss one is that these ones they literally do singles of. But it's just a chocolate muffin, but then it's got cream cheese, but it's not on top. It's like a cream cheese. It's like this much inside of the actual
it's
like base
they
muffin.
Inject it and then it. Yeah, so I guess I'm not. I don't have like a definitive answer because I'd have to see it.
Okay,
if I'm like,
I mean, I'll accept that.
Yeah,
because I'll kind of agree because like if it's blueberry or blueberry crumble, I'm going blueberry crumble all day.
Oh, yeah.
I love the crumble, you know, but I
just have to see it because like,
I'm gonna just start sending you random pictures of muffins every now and then,
and I'll be like, yeah, I'm in, I'm in.
Fucking that whole thing.
Yeah, I'd have to see it.
Okay.
Like pizza, I'll eat it all.
Pizza.
Is there a food?
What?
Is there a food that like you would have to see it first?
It will depend. Like name is a big one for me.
Okay.
Because like for instance, I'm trying to think of what like a korma, like a chicken korma. I would have to see.
Shawarma?
No, korma.
Okay.
It's Indian. It's an Indian one. It's just like we had chicken korma in England every now and then, and I used to fuck around with it. But
is it
then
like butter chicken?
Kind of. It's hard to explain because when I was a kid, I was an idiot, and I was just like, yeah, I like this. It's not like it's not like tikka masala, where like you know, I have that every Tuesday now because it's Tikka Tuesdays.
Was that HelloFresh?
Yeah. Oh, freshly.
Okay.
But
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Sorry, freshly.
Sorry.
But they did a korma once, and I was like, okay. I was like, I'll try it. I've fucked with korma before, and it was just weird. Like I remember looking at it as well in the container, and I was like, and then it just didn't taste good either. It was there was something weird about it. But no, I mean, for me, it's more of a, and it's funny because me, Rob, and Chat had this conversation like maybe a couple months ago. on stream, and Rob was like explaining to chat everything I like and don't like with food.
He knew the specifics.
Oh, yeah, after like 5, 10 minutes of him doing it, he's like, is it weird that I know this much about you? And I'm like, no,
Like,
we live together. Like it makes perfect
he was like,
sense.
"Am I wrong?"
Well, that's the thing. Is like, yeah, he's like, he doesn't like weird gooey things. He doesn't like weird gooey tastes. He's like gushers. He can't do gushers because it's the
Oh, okay, that kind of gut. Because like tiki masala is like kind of gushy.
that's the sauce. Saucy stuff
Okay.
I'm fine with. It's
Sauce.
more of the it's more of the like
So do you like the It's like fruit by the foot, but the sheets that you take the shapes out of.
no.
Yep. Okay.
No, if I get fruit by the foot, I'm getting fruit by the foot. I put it in my mouth. I peel off a little bit, and I just
Okay. So you don't like the innards of the gooey?
kind of. I mean, because like like a donut, for instance,
Yeah.
like a Boston cream, I'll eat that all day. It's the weird like kind of like Jello. I don't know. It's hard to explain.
Did you like those wax candy bottles?
No,
Like it's like a little like wax bottle. You bite off the top and you suck down the juice.
nope,
Yeah. Okay.
nope. Same thing with like avocados and like guac and nope,
I love avocado.
can't do
I
it.
love avocados. Love guac.
Can't do it.
What if you have it in something?
Maybe it would have to be one of those things where, like, if it's in like a burrito, I might
Yeah.
be able to do it. It's kind of the same
Okay.
thing with like tomatoes. I have a weird one with tomatoes. I can't eat tomatoes like basic,
Yeah,
regular or
tomatoes
anything.
smell like cum.
Well,
Have I ever told you? Have I ever gone down that road with you?
no, but that might be the title of the stream.
Yeah. So my thing is that tomatoes, like fresh tomatoes, can be really good. They smell super cummy. So, and especially cherry tomatoes, when you bite them and they burst and they blow their load in your mouth, I don't like that. So, like, I'm very picky when it comes to tomatoes.
My English grandfather was like old school, so you just like get like a fucking tomato and like a knife and just like slice off pieces of it, and then just salt it and then just throw it in his mouth off of his knife.
Well, that's how I eat cucumbers. No salt, though.
Oh yeah, cucumbers are just
I don't
fucking.
put any. Yeah. I don't like anything else is just too much. Like, just cucumber. But I don't really like pickles.
Pickles, to me, pickles are a weird one because pickles are either they're extremely good, or why does this just taste weird? Like there's no in between almost. It's either really good or just why does it taste weird? You know?
I mean, there are pickles you have, and like especially if you have like a burger with like perfect pickle. Oh,
The perfect pickle.
yeah. Some foods have to be just right
Yeah,
and not cummy.
not cummy. We don't
Yeah,
like
so
we don't
like-
like the cummy foods here.
Like fast food tomatoes. What? Get out of here.
Yeah.
It has to be fresh. Has to be sliced, but not too thick, but not too thin.
That's the thing. Like for me, like I can do like a tomato on like a burger or like a burrito or something like that. But if you just throw one in a sandwich, and I see the red, I'm immediately like fucking surgeoning,
Okay.
dissecting.
How do you like red peppers? Like you know, like green peppers.
I
Chopped peppers?
never used to until I was cooking for myself, and then I found myself buying more and more and more of them. And I
Dude,
used
they're like kind of sweet. They're super
so the one that I was doing for a
water
little
dense.
bit was
Yeah.
you get like a decent sized pepper, slice the top off, get all the stuff on the inside out, and then cut it into slices like as the full pepper. Cut it into slices across, so then you had like this little like fucking little like package almost.
Okay.
Throw that on the skillet. Get your eggs all mixed up and everything, and then pour your eggs into it. So then you had like the little pepper containing your eggs, and then you could just put whatever you want on top of it when you flip it.
I've been really wanting to make stuffed peppers. I don't know why. Never made them. I've just had a real hankering.
Well, this thing-
to make them.
For me, that was like my version of doing it.
Okay. I
know?
mean,
Because it was the same thing. It's just instead of it being a full pepper,
you know what
it
you
was
could do?
just-
You just take you cut out everything out of the pepper. You have your cup, and then you make like scrambled eggs in a cup, and you just pour it in and microwave it. Just be full trash.
Don't fuck with me. I'll do it. Microwaved eggs is a delicacy
I have
for me.
I have a. See if I can find it real quick. Maddie Matheson, a book.
Oh,
They
okay.
have,
I also have
he
a
has.
cookbook, but mine is the Overwatch cookbook.
Oh yeah, you didn't get the Halo cookbook?
No,
Has it not come in yet?
no, I don't remember which one. There was one that I was gonna get as well, but it was I don't think it was the Halo one.
Yeah,
I wonder if I do this if it will. Oh, it did bring it up on your
I want to
screen.
show you this because you're gonna absolutely love this. Um, where's the other team?
Amazon
I haven't opened this in a long time. There.
cook. Oh, I spoke. I said cookbook. So that's how we're doing things today. Apparently, I have almost $450 worth of stuff in my cart right now. The World of Warcraft one was the one I was looking at as well.
Oh, okay.
Oh, there's an Alien cookbook.
Like the movie?
Apparently.
Interesting. All right, so this is the Bologna Bowl, and like this is like a fine French like dining cookbook.
Okay.
Matty Matheson, big. Um, it's literally
Oh my god.
so you take like four pieces of bologna, a slice of government cheese, and then you put one egg on top, and then you microwave it, and that's this like fine dining cookbook.
So this says, delight your
And this
friends with a journey through the xenomorph's terrifying life cycle.
the opening to this. What the fuck is a bologna bowl? You ask. Well, it's a perfect breakfast that you may or may not be good for you. Yeah, you microwave it. He's like his like mother-in-law made it for him, and he's like, "This is the best thing I've ever had."
That's all right. There, the
So if
Halo
you're,
cookbook.
yeah,
I mean, I'm not gonna say I didn't believe you, but at the same time, like I wasn't the one I was thinking of. I was thinking of the World of Warcraft one.
mm,
Because of course I have the Overwatch one, so of course I'd have known about the other Blizzard one, right? It comes out in
yeah.
August.
The Overwatch or
The
Halo?
Halo one.
Or,
Let's see. We
what's
got
gonna be it?
UNSC hot chocolate, custard pie, the full stack ground pounder, wontons, tom yum, churros. I think that they missed the point of it being a Halo cookbook,
So
and they just had
fucking
some fat dude sitting there, and it's like, so you play Halo, right? Yeah. What do you like to eat? Churros. Write it down. Someone write it down.
like hot chocolate.
I like hot chocolate.
I like hot chocolate. So speaking of Halo season finale.
Halo season finale. As
Hopefully the
everyone
series
knows,
finale.
DeNutte is a huge fan of the Halo show.
I just saw the comment. Expect a full meal on Tuesday. Oh, all right. Let's see what happens there. Him and I are gonna go see Men on Tuesday. Yeah, it's a new A24 horror movie.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
As you can
But
tell from my facial reaction.
yeah, I know you love horror.
But no, it was more the fact of like, yeah, we're gonna go see Men. It's like, okay, like, didn't know that, but
It's raining men. Hallelujah, it's raining men.
all right,
I don't know the rest. Halo,
Halo.
not the worst episode.
Okay,
I'll throw that one out there. So
was it a good? How about this? Let's start off with this then before you start kicking off. Was it a good season one finale?
no.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to start off with what I hate. The action sequence is this. It's like they used up their entire budget in the first episode. Because
Really?
have you ever seen Red versus Blue,
Joe?
the later seasons?
No.
Like when they actually were animating everything?
No. Yeah, no.
So they picked up this guy named Monty Oum,
Monty.
and he was like this. What's up?
Is that Monty?
Monty. And so
Monty.
he like did this whole thing. So there was this huge thing right after Halo 2 where a guy like solo animated like a Master Chief fighting with Samus thing.
Okay.
Whereas Master Chief and Samus killed a bunch of Covenant, and then so it was Master Chief and then Metroid, and then she got attacked and her armor fell off, and you realized she was a big bosom one. And they were fighting. They helped, and then Master Chief got hit, and then his armor fell off, and then you find out he was a big bosom woman.
Oh.
And then they go off in the sunset, and they fall in love.
Aw.
Yeah. So then Rooster Teeth hired this guy to be their like lead animator. So he like did a pretty good job, but it was still like using the Halo. It had all like it looked like Halo, but like if they made it like an anime fighting.
Okay.
But it looked the same.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what it looked like this episode. Whenever they had an action sequence, like there was a sequence where like the main doctor was trying to escape everyone, and she flew off, and then one of the Spartans, the greased-haired Spartan, ran and was like, and she like they're like, is this supposed to be cool? But she ran past everyone, and it looked like a Monty Oum sequence. It just looked real bad.
Did it look like Wonder Woman running in '84?
It looked worse.
Oh my God, that's not possible.
And I actually was thinking about that. I'm glad you said that because it looked worse.
Jesus, I was gonna say that's a tough one to.
I'm really happy you've come around on that,
bro. Like I said, there's a lot that I like about the movie, but like of course it's the typical kind of like when you're watching a DC movie, you're just happy that it's actually like available now, sort of thing. Yep. You know, and then like then the realization kind of slowly sets in after a little bit, and when you watch it a second time, and you're like, Jesus fuck.
You're like, man, maybe Tyler was right making fun of me.
Yeah.
Certain points. No, I'm just kidding. So they, and then she jumped in the ship. The Spartan killed like a nerd. She threw a nerd into the ceiling and killed him, and then crashed the ship. And somehow the doctor got away.
Okay, makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, Spartan survived, and then they go to a planet. They go to the Covenant homeworld to get this artifact back that the Chief's assuming baby mama.
Yeah, the baddie. Yeah.
The baddie.
Yeah, the baddie.
And this whole thing happens. Fight ensues. One of the Spartans ends up killing the baddie.
Oh.
Yeah. And then this whole fight sequence, it just looks so bad. Like I don't understand why no one's talking about how bad it looks, because I kept seeing things on TikTok.
Well, so now
he skydives and lands on a grunt, kills him, kind of cool.
Okay.
But it all looks so bad.
So it's funny now that you've been saying it again. It kind of in my brain I do remember seeing one TikTok about something. And that's one of the things that we always say about is like I never see the episodes, but I see the TikToks from said episodes. But this week I didn't see anything. Yeah. Which that was like I was like, did it happen? Like
a couple of things I saw, people were like, "This is fucking cool." It looked real bad. So the episode where there was a real fighting, where like that guy exploded,
like the one mid-season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like they used the budget for the first episode and that fight, and this last one they were like, shit. Because it looked like shit, and then they go into a fight. They go through fighting. Everyone's hurt. Everyone's like dying, and Master Chief's like, Cortana, you gotta take me over. You gotta save us all. Oh. And so Cortana takes him over and kills everything, and saves the day. And then they get on the ship to fly into the horizon to go towards Halo. And one of the Spartans is like, Chief, are you in there? And he's just sitting there with his helmet on. Says nothing. So I'm like really upset that now they're going to go with that full-on stoic, never removed helmet Master Chief. But it's just going to be the Master Chief being controlled by Cortana.
Interesting.
That's how I feel they're going to continue it.
Who is the villain? Who's the new big bad in Halo Infinite?
In Halo Infinite?
Yeah.
You know, I don't really know because I haven't finished it.
It's the dude he's got like the scar down his face or whatever. That big dude.
He's an assassin. So he's an assassin.
Okay, so the thing that I saw was it was showing Master Chief like throws something or shoots something, and it like hits one of the fucking like giant like I don't even know what the fuck they are. But like it hits one of the big dudes at the end fight there, and it like fucks his face up. And then people are like, "That's weird because the way that they fuck his face up, it looks the exact same scar as the guy from Halo Infinite." That was the TikTok that I saw.
If the writers did nothing with the lore the entire season, and then decide in the very last episode to scar Brute's face to be like, "This is that Brute." What the fuck are we doing? Like, no, that's not what happened. I'm not fighting with you about it. That's not what I'm doing. I'm just like, they used nothing from the lore the entire season. Why would they wait till then? I'm sorry, I'm upset about it.
No, I completely get it, bro. I just, like I said, that was the one thing that I remember seeing, and I was like, okay, if they did that, that's kind of cool. But now that you just worded it like that, and it's like, okay, yeah, no, that's, yeah.
That's reaching. That's like people like being like, "It's good."
Yeah.
So that's where
Did you see in the trailer? There was this one little thing here, and it blips really quickly. Did you see what that is? You know what that is? That's Wolverine. Wolverine's in X-Men.
Yeah. So that's where I'm at with Halo. That it sucked, and I hope they don't bring it back.
Okay. Do we know if they're bringing it back? Did it already get renewed?
It got renewed before the season premiered, so I don't think they're going to change it. But it got renewed for season 2, and maybe even season 3.
I wonder what happened with, because this is always the big one with this sort of shit, right? What did Paramount Plus get new viewers from it?
I have not looked into it.
That's one that we're gonna have to look into at some point. Because...
So I only know one other person that's watched the show. Okay. It's like my friend that I play through the Halo games with, which I still can't play through Halo Infinite with him.
Yep. Makes sense. 2022.
I sent him my Paramount so he could watch it, and he's like, I'm just finished episode. I talked to him on like Tuesday. He's like, I just finished episode 7. He's like, what a piece of shit that show is. And then he's like, I got something spoiled for me. I don't even want to finish the last 2 episodes. He's like, because the last episode hadn't come out yet. And he's like, something just got. He's like, fucking Master Chief losing his virginity to the enemy. What the fuck is that bullshit? I'm sorry, I keep swearing, but like.
No, I love it. It's, you very rarely swear, so the fact that you should. Yeah.
I swear like I'm from New England, so I guess we both kind of swear like we're from New England.
So,
yeah, so that's where he's like the only other person I know that has watched the show also feels the same about it.
That's why
he is so upset with it. I don't even think he's going to finish watching it.
I just, like I said, I basically went through it with you. The little bit that I know from it is with you. So,
oh, you know what? Who didn't show up in the last 2 episodes? The 2 people that had their own solo episode. Like, what was the point of that solo episode?
See, it just seems weird to me. Like, I and you and me have talked about this. I understand the reasoning behind not going strictly 100% with the lore. I think that's a smart move, because then it allows you some freedom.
Yep.
However, though, it feels like the freedom that they decided to have, they didn't use correctly. I feel like there's a very simple, easy way. They could have spent the entire first season showing, like, doing kind of the things that they did where Master Chief takes the thing out and then he's like, wind, like that sort of shit.
No, I don't hate it. I don't think I said I hated it, but I don't hate it.
They could have done that as, like, the entire kind of, like, the story arc almost, but do it earlier so that it's, like, going from there to him becoming Master Chief. Like, the fact that he is Chief to start already, I don't know. I feel there's a lot that I think that I've heard from you and that I've seen that looks really cool. Looks really cool, sounds really cool. Well, on the whole looks good. However, I feel like the execution and the facts of, like, a bunch of the other just excessive shit that they put on top of it kind of ruined it.
We have a thunderstorm going on right now.
Oh, I was gonna say. I have a girl. One of the girls down there, Julie, Hillbilly Babe. She's down there. She's down in your neck of the woods. And she sent me a message at one point earlier saying that it was thunderstorming. But all right, so from one shitty TV show to a shitty TV show that isn't even out yet and shouldn't fucking ever come out is Gotham Knights. Have you seen this shit?
Is it a show?
It's a show and a game, and both of them
I've
right
seen
now.
the game stuff, and I saw that it was who was it that had like superpowers, and they're like, this dude doesn't have superpowers.
So I actually, that is funny because it's like there's two sides to that right now. There's the side of the gatekeepers
Yeah.
of like comic books that are like, oh, Jason Todd doesn't have mythical powers, and then there's the other side of it. Then there's the other side of it where there's just like people that are like, that looks kind of cool. You know, he got resurrected by the Lazarus pit after being dead for a certain amount of time.
And that fucks with you, and you are a different person.
Well, it's funny because he actually has like not mystical powers, but he does have some like every now and then they give him like some sort of like power every now and then for different random shit. So it's kind of cool. It's basically it's just a way to get it so he can like run between buildings, right? Because like Nightwing has like this little like glider thing that he fucking uses, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so the game's coming out. Game looks cool.
Yeah.
Right. They're making a TV show. So
animated?
Nope. The CW. Let me just first off word it like that. The CW has canceled everything DC related, basically, right?
Except for Superman and Lois
and Flash.
That one out there.
Flash got an extended season. Flash was supposed to end. Flash was supposed to end in season 8. They renewed it for season 9. 9 is now the final season. So
we're on another break for Superman and Lois. I think it's the 4th break.
People have been, that's a big one that people are complaining about too. They're, I just, in my opinion, at this point, what they need to do is they need to, and this is just me, cancel it, move it to HBO Max, give it a little bit bigger budget. It's the only show on the CW that actually seems like it's actually doing well. So put it on HBO Max, give it a little bit bigger of a budget.
I don't know anyone else who's watched it among people I know, but I love it.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. You and Coop are the main two that I know that have watched it,
okay.
and you guys both have said you love it. But okay, so Gotham Knights, right?
Yeah.
So here's the premise: in the wake of Bruce Wayne's death, his rebellious adopted son forges an unlikely alliance with the children of
Do you know how he dies?
Get ready for this.
Sorry.
So his rebellious adopted son forges an unlikely alliance with the children of Batman's enemies when they are all framed for the murder and clear their names.
Oh, okay. You answered it. Yep, my bad.
So
so
you ready for this though? So you're thinking then let's think, okay, Gotham Knights, death of Bruce Wayne. So we might see Jason, we might see Dick Grayson, we might see Tim Drake, Damian Wayne, like a bunch of these names, right?
Joaquin Phoenix.
Wrong. We have Oscar Morgan as Turner Hayes, who's Bruce Wayne's adopted son. Someone they just made up for the show.
Okay, I don't know who that is.
Okay. Then you have Harper Row, Cullen Rowe, Dwella Dent, Carrie Kelly, Harvey Dent, Stephanie Brown, and Brody. And it looks like, I'll send you the picture here that there is for it, for the poster of it, just so you can see how bad this looks. Because this is going to be one of those shows where I honestly don't know.
Yeah, I'm looking it up right now. Ooh, it looks like... Ooh.
Like, we already have a shitty show that involves the Bat family. Like, we don't... I just sent you the post.
Yeah. I pulled it up on IMDb. Oh, and they're all like...
Yeah.
Like tweens.
Yeah, it's... Like I said, bro, so here's my thing.
Oh... Misha Collins is in it, so automatic smash.
Misha Collins, why does that name sound familiar?
He was a big character in Supernatural.
Oh, and he's playing Harvey Dent.
Yep.
Interesting. Okay, I'll accept that one. Other than that, though, no. This show this show needs to be canceled immediately.
So he's like a big name in the CW world, but he's not a big name in like the A-list world.
Well, like I said, we already have a DC show that revolves around the Bat family, basically in Titans, that people aren't happy with to an extent and don't really like.
Are they not happy with it?
Did
the new season suck?
I've seen season 1, season 2, and that's it.
Oh, same.
I heard mixed results from this past season. I heard that it was good, and I heard it was bad. All I know is that they've basically rushed the Jason Todd turning to Red Hood storyline. They did a bunch of stupid shit that they shouldn't have done. There's a bunch of people. I mean, in my thing,
Rickman dies.
Yeah. There's one. Ever since they had Donna Troy get electrocuted and get killed, I was like, no.
Which one was Donna Troy?
She's Wonder Woman's. She's Wonder Girl.
Oh yeah, she died like real early on.
She died. Well, she died in the season finale of season 2, and it was like, but it was by
Like you're yeah.
electrocution. She got electrocuted. Like what?
I
She's
mean,
out.
you
She's out here
figure an
deflecting.
Amazonian.
She's out here deflecting bullets, fighting
Yeah,
Deathstroke.
you figure an Amazonian could like be fine.
Yeah, I just
It only takes a few milliamps to kill a person, dude.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
But my thing with with Titans is that
Yeah.
they've. I think Titans. I love the setting for Titans. I love the darker kind of really gritty side of it because it's one of those things where it's like I remember saying this to John because me and John were watching it in Discord for a little bit, and he had never seen it. And I remember saying to him, I was like, think about Raven's powers.
I didn't like the focus on Raven.
So my thing
Not
was
that
that, like, I think that I liked the focus on Raven for season 1.
Yeah.
But the thing is, though, is that it was back. So the other thing that happened with Titans is it was on DC Universe. So they had the season cut. That's why the season finale of season 1 and the beginning of season 2 are like you should watch them together and not separately because they're basically the same fucking season.
It's always interesting when shows do that. Like I just watched a show recently, and it might actually might have been Superman and Lois, where the first episode of season 2 could have been the second part of the final episode of season 1, and then when you go to episode 2, it's like clearly the new season.
Yeah.
Where it's like they filmed the first episode last year, and then they came back episode 2, new hair. They have like different builds because they started working out.
It's very weird when they do that. I
Maybe it wasn't super, but I just saw it again recently, and I was like, I don't like it.
yeah. I mean, the Titans was the big one that did it because the other one was Swamp Thing that got canceled and they cut off 3 episodes from it. But yeah, so my thing with this though is that like this just looks like absolute trash. No one is asking for this. No one wants this. You just canceled. I don't know how many fucking shows. Naomi just got canceled after 1 season, and that was like the big push one that they were trying to fucking push to everyone.
I've never even heard of it.
That's a good thing. I just at this point I'm just like, look, just fucking the CW has recently come out and like been announced that like they're not making money. So my thing is literally just get rid of it. And just,
They haven't made money in like 10 years.
exactly, like it's just
something.
there's no fucking point at this point. Just fucking
I don't even know how they're still in business. The way they like announced it, they've been in a deficit for so long, and I'm like, who's like bankrolling this?
yeah. I mean,
I also saw Marvel.
yep.
So Doctor Strange. And the multiverse of madness.
So big spoilers here for everyone out there. Spoiler, just wee woo potentially. I don't know.
We don't really need to spoil it.
Okay.
Um,
I already did the spoiler dance, so.
Well, here's a spoiler that's not. They kind of hint at it in the trailer. The bad guy is Scarlet Witch, WandaVision, which is just a big, fail because she, like she's from season, like her coming. It's like her coming from her show, severe mental illness, PTSD, and they just let her kill hundreds of people in Doctor Strange. She kills like a lot of important people in Doctor Strange.
I remember waiting because, of course, like I said, for Marvel, if I see spoilers online, I kind of would like look at 1 or 2, and then I kind of go down the rabbit hole, and the next thing you know, I've seen like all the fucking scenes, the most important scenes. So I saw a ton of the big scenes, but the thing was those that like they were on my YouTube, like recommended page. So I remember seeing it and immediately went and told like Xander and a bunch of other people like, look, like you guys probably shouldn't look at YouTube. Just a heads up. If it's on my YouTube and I don't look up Marvel stuff,
That's right.
it's gonna be on yours for 100%.
It's the #1 movie in IMDb right now for popularity.
And it just beat out the Batman for money.
Really?
Yep. Batman.
That surprised me.
The Batman didn't make that much money, man.
I did go see it in IMAX 3D though, so that doesn't help.
It did. So the Batman did make money, but it didn't make as much as they thought it was going to. Let's put it like that.
Oh, okay, I could have told them that.
Yeah, well, they were thinking that it was going to make like big money. They were for a while. I don't know if it's still the same or not, but they thought the Flash was going to do the same thing when they announced Keaton. So the funny thing with that, really quick before we go back to Multiverse Madness, the funny thing with the Flash thing now is that there's been more and more screen tests coming out, and apparently they just keep getting worse and worse and worse. because they're just trying to recut.
And like,
they're trying to recut the
I know,
movie.
I know you're a huge DC fan, and I'm not laughing at you. I just want to throw that one out there. But we all know it's going to be a dumpster fire.
No, that's the thing. It's like it's known in certain circles as the flush movie right now.
Yeah,
and that's what I've been calling it, because it's, to me, everything that they're trying to do needs to just stop. And I'm hoping that David Zaslav, as we've talked about a couple different times here,
whatever his name is,
yeah, the guy that's from Discovery, hopefully he takes over. And yes, I'm a Snyder fan. Yes, I prefer the Snyder movies over a lot of other movies. But Deborah needs to fucking be the person running DC, and it needs to just continue the Snyderverse. It's already set up. It's already established. Everything's there. They can easily work around everything. That's my thing. Is it's an easy way to continue what's already being made, and also continuing forward. You know, I mean, you know what the easiest thing for them to be would be. You know what the easiest thing for them to do would be? Because I'm pretty sure that there's a little. Let's see here. Movies 2022. Is there just a list of movies? Okay, so does this do it by? Okay, it does do it by year. Beautiful, or by month. Okay, so what month are we in? May.
Correct. 22nd.
Okay, May 22nd. Okay, so let's see. The rest of the month we have Good Morning, which I had some dude. That's the one with MGK, the stoner movie. I had some dude write like a paragraph like this long on my reaction video to it, shitting on the movie, and I'm sitting there like, cool. I'm still gonna see it. But like, okay, looking forward, I'm just gonna look for DC stuff, right? Okay. So nothing in May. March, June. Let's see, June, nothing. July. DC League of Super Pets at the end of July.
That looks fun.
That's gonna be a good movie. That's gonna bring in some money. It looks like a fun movie.
Good morning. This movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
I had some dudes like literally write like a paragraph on my reaction video to it. It's just shitting on it, and I'm sitting there like, okay.
Did you see that? Pete SNL, after he just wasn't on it this season, he just didn't show up to work.
Oh yeah. So October. The most recent DC movie we're gonna get is in October, right?
Yeah.
And that's Black Adam, and they pushed that up. So here's my thing.
They pushed that up, and they pushed the other one back, right?
They pushed everything. Well, they originally pushed everything back, and then they moved Black Adam up.
Okay.
But Shazam, they also moved around, so Shazam's no longer going up against Avatar.
Oh my! Hey, I went and saw Multiverse of Madness in 3D IMAX.
Mm-hmm.
They showed a 3D trailer to Avatar, whatever the new one is, the dumb water name.
Yeah, the Way of the Water.
Well, Avatar Waterworld 2.
Yeah.
3D trailer, and it brought me back to 2009 seeing that in 3D.
Yeah.
And I was like, holy shit, I have to see it.
That's the thing, is like the people that are saying that like, oh, it looks the same as the other one. You're high. You're fucking high.
It's like, that one looked good then. This one looks great now.
Yeah, like it's unreal how like because when the other one came out 10 years ago, was it, or something like that?
12 years 13 years ago.
So for
12 or 13
for that age, that movie was revolutionary visually.
Yeah,
I think that this movie is going to be revolutionary for 2022. You know, just visually.
I was trying to explain to my buddy how they did the Batman, where they didn't use green screen. They do this new technique where they have like a wraparound stage with like piece, and he was like, "What do you mean? It's green screen."
Yeah,
it's not.
It's tough to.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's my thing, right? Up until October, that's all we have is Black Adam, right? So what? So it's like I said, May. So May, June, July, August, September, October. 6 months. 6 months without a major DC property, right? Of course, we have DC League of Super Pets, right? So, easy solution. You ready for this? 1 month theatrical release of the Zack Snyder cut.
That's not a bad idea, actually. I like that. But it's just you'd have to go see it, and I don't know if you would have normies go see it.
So that's the thing, is that like I think that you would, because as soon as you start getting like the media part of it going, right? Okay, I think that immediately would take over. It's
Okay.
just one of those things where it's like I've said it before, and I've said it to you. Like 2017 version versus the 4 hour version is drastically different. And Zach even said that he has like a 3 hour cut of the movie, either a 3 or 3.5 hour cut. I forgot which one it was, but he has a cut that like originally he made a cut where they were like, yeah, 4 hours is too long. He was like, okay, well, how about this? And they're like, yeah, no. Because they weren't expecting him to say that. They were expecting him to be like, oh, well,
You know what they need to do? They need to put the 4 hour in and then put a 10-minute intermission.
Well, that's the thing. Do the first 3 chapters, 10-minute intermission, last 3 chapters. But I think that would bring in money for him. It's not like they have much to lose with that. Because think about it, they already made the movie. They already got the money for HBO Max releasing it on there. They already got the money for the revenue for toys, T-shirts, movies, all that shit. It would literally just be releasing it to the theaters. So whatever that would cost.
How much does the theater have to pay to have a movie in theaters?
That's the question.
Like what do they have to pay to license a theater?
Because that's honestly the question right there. Because I mean, if it's worth it, I'm saying this right now. I would go see it in theaters.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen it. I watch it about almost once a month. I won't say exactly once a month, but roughly once a month. I'll rewatch it.
I wouldn't go.
I would 100%.
But I will go see Black Adam and Shazam though.
I'm gonna go see those. Well, I'm gonna go see those two too. But I mean,
yeah.
Okay, Multiverse of Madness.
You know what I watched today? Before we hopped on, Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers
with Ugly Sonic.
With Ugly Sonic, and you know what? I really liked it.
I've heard a lot of good things. I've been seeing a lot of good things.
It's really funny, and it makes fun of Disney, and it makes fun of everything.
Apparently, the way that they got around using everything is by using it as parody.
Yep.
That's why Ugly Sonic was allowed.
Wild for Disney to do because they sue everyone.
Mm-hmm. So they did. That's why they did it with Ugly Sonic. That's why they did Batman versus E.T.
I didn't see.
You didn't see that,
dude? It's packed with things.
There's like
a frame where it has like Sora from Kingdom Hearts has his hair. It doesn't say what it is, but I'm such a nerd. I know it's his hair, and it's just like there's little things everywhere that. So like,
there's a scene where I forgot which one it was. One of them is watching.
You see Free Guy?
Yes.
Free Guy or like Ready Player One, where it's packed with references that doesn't even like address. That's what this movie is like.
Yeah. There's one scene because I saw it on Twitter. There's one scene where it's either Chip or Dale is on a couch and they're watching TV and they have the dog there, and it's Batman, Ben Affleck's Batman with the helmet and everything, and he's holding on to E.T. and E.T.'s like save her or something like that. It's one of those things. That's like,
I will lie to you. I was watching TikToks while I was watching it.
I mean that's fair,
but there may have been things that I missed, but
still, I've seen it and it's been one of those things where I see it and I'm like, yeah, this looks fucking hilarious, this looks like a good movie. But Multiverse of Madness, there was a lot of things that because like I said, I didn't see it. I just went down the rabbit hole of watching it, right? And there's a lot that I thought was cool.
I liked it.
And
you know what? The first one I wasn't a huge fan of. The first Doctor Strange movie, I left that first one being like, eh.
Yeah.
There's a lot of cameos.
I felt like
a lot of cameos.
Well, it's funny because there was a lot of people that said there wasn't enough. Yeah. What? There was people that were freaking out afterwards, how dare they not include this person, this person, this person, this person.
Charles Xavier was in it.
Mm-hmm. With the old animated theme, X-Men theme there.
Fantastic Four main guy, whatever his name is.
Mr. Fantastic.
Yeah, sure.
No, that's
Reed Richards.
Yeah, but that's his superhero.
Yeah, that is his name. Yeah, thanks. But they introduce him as Reed Richards.
Yeah,
the smartest man on Earth.
The smartest man on Earth. Who would tell you exactly what this person's superpower is right before you fight them?
All right, here's my gripe with that fucking scene. So they bring him out. There's a tribunal, and they are like, "Hey, our Doctor Strange in our universe was a bad guy, so that means."
Yeah,
you're a bad guy.
Yeah, you're probably a bad guy too.
He's like, hey, bro, we need to stop the Scarlet Witch. She's gonna come here. She's gonna kidnap that girl and kill her. We need to stop it. They're like, don't. We got her handled. Don't worry. 30 seconds later, she shows up, and they're like, oh shit, we gotta handle this. You know what happens? The Scarlet Witch kills 4 Avengers. 4 Avengers. It kills the alternate timeline, Captain America.
Not even Avengers, just the Illuminati.
The Illuminati, yeah. So it kills the alternate timeline, Captain America, which is Captain, probably, we'll call him the United Kingdom.
I'm not sure what her name is.
Haley Atwell.
Well, I know that one. I mean, I'm talking about
Peggy Carter.
Well, no, I'm talking about would it like?
I can't remember what it was. There's a What If episode about her.
So
and then they kill Captain Marvel. They kill
Captain Carter. Thank you. Okay.
Oh, it's just Captain Carter.
Yeah.
They kill Reed Richards, and they kill
Black Bolt.
Yeah, he blew it. Like that actually was like a straight out of DC film where like she removed his mouth, so then he still tried to attack, and the back of his head exploded.
That was so like I said, I watched a bunch of this shit on YouTube beforehand, and like that was the one thing where like I saw that and out loud I think I went, oh fuck.
Yeah.
Like
so like my thing was that like I'm like these guys, they're just like diminishing this woman this entire movie. Like the whole show, like they just let her get away. They're like whatever, let her be herself. Then this movie, they're like she's just killing hundreds of people and no one fucking does a thing about it. Where are the rest of the Avengers? Where's everyone else? Sure, Tony Stark's dead. Like where's everyone else? Like they're just gonna let her kill hundreds of people and just run rampant and be cool. Like
I think it's interesting because for once it feels like, especially like for you and me have talked about this tons of times. DC wise, it's just a crapshoot. It's like whatever, things are gonna happen and just like whatever. Marvel has been so precise with every little thing that they've done, but it feels like ever since killing Tony, like ever since Endgame, basically, it's been a very kind of wishy-washy like it's
no, so WandaVision, the vision of WandaVision, the long sight felt good. Not after this movie, no, but that was good. Falcon and the Winter Soldier,
yep,
one of the best Marvel products I've seen,
and that's getting a movie next. That's gonna be the next Captain America movie.
Rad.
Yeah.
I really liked the Clint
Hawkeye.
Hawkeye. I really liked that show.
Yeah.
I really liked Moon Knight to an extent. I feel like a lot of time 6 episodes isn't enough to like tell a story.
The one that I like with Moon Knight is, so I've seen a lot of stuff with it with people saying it's really good, people saying it's really not really bad, but people saying it's bad. The one thing that I do like though is the fact that apparently February 14th, Kevin Feige says there are moments in the series when Moon Knight is wailing on another character and it's loud and brutal. The knee-jerk reaction is, we're going to pull back on this, right? No, we're not pulling back. There's a tonal shift. And it's funny because so that was the original thing, February 12th. You go down and you look at the comments from the season finale and all of them is like, they must have filmed a Moon Knight show and we didn't see it. And it's just like the whole comments are just like, oh, well, so you lied to us then? Like, oh, this is a lie. Like that never happened. And it's just it is funny just scrolling down.
The first episode of Moon Knight might be one of the best Marvel things I've seen. Just the first episode, though.
Well, so the thing that I think is that like a lot of things have come out recently where like they've shown a behind the scenes, like. So in the first episode, he fights a jackal in a bathroom, right? And by fights,
yes.
and by fights a jackal, I mean we never actually see it; we just hear it.
Well, so he blacks out at periods, so like you only see the perspective of one identity, and so he'll black out and he'll wake up and he'll just have fucked something up. Like there's one point where he kept blacking out, and he'd wake up and he had a gun in his hand, and there's a guy dead next to him.
Well, so
which like is pretty violent.
It is violent, but at the same time, like that's not wailing on a person. That's cutting out to, you assuming
There's
that
one
happened.
episode where he did like wail on people.
Yeah. Okay. I just thought it was funny just because like I was scrolling down, like I said, scrolling down Twitter, and that was like something that I saw, and it's just like it's funny just going down the comments and reading the comments, and all the comments are just like gifs of just like, oh, so that was a lie, like. But it's also because recently they came out with a behind the scenes thing. They filmed a full like stunt coordinators doing this stuff. Jackal Moon Knight bathroom fight scene. They filmed a full version of that, and it's fucking like DC level like violence. And it's one of those things that's like, so that's what they were talking about, you know?
I don't know, and so like that just there's a lot of big push, especially with Marvel, is to do 6-episode arcs per
It's just
season.
so weird.
Well, they're actually doing the same thing with Stranger Things season 4, but a couple of those episodes are going to be 2 hours long.
I was gonna say I recently saw one. It was funny because like the first one that I saw said like episode 1 an hour 16, episode 2 an hour 17, and I'm sitting there like, is this one of those like weird number things where it's just gonna be like an hour 16, 17, 18, 19, 20? I was wondering if it's that. And then the next one was like an hour and 34, and I was like, they broke the time, they broke the system. But so wait, Stranger Things is only 6 episodes.
Well, so I think they're doing it in 2 parts. I think the first part's 6 episodes. I think they're doing it a final season 2-parter, which is really just 2 seasons. But
Fair. Yeah, that's weird.
I could be wrong, but I think they're doing 2-parters.
I honestly don't know. I'm gonna throw this one out there.
Did you watch Stranger
Nope.
Things?
That's what I was about to say.
Okay.
Haven't even looked at it. It's one of those things I'm very much one of those big ones where it's like kind of like there was a lot of things where like there's a lot of hype for this, and then I watch it and it's like that wasn't that good, and then I get fucking attacked for it, and then like after that happened 4 or 5 times, I'm sitting there like I'm just not even gonna bother anymore. Like I just watched last night actually. I watched all of it. I watched Spy X Family. I don't know if you know that one. It's an anime that's like super hyped up right now, and I've been seeing it. Everyone's been hyping it up, and I'm sitting there. I'm like, I'm not doing it. Then
You know what a big one was I watched through My Hero Academia.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh, so it's okay, and I didn't know it was like the most popular anime in the world at the time.
Yeah.
And like then I saw a thing, and I was talking to my buddy. I'm like, do people like this show? He's like, dude, what do you mean? Of course.
Good.
And I was like, because I watched it, I was like, it's okay.
It's like I
For cheap, I was talking about the episode they were in Egypt, and then they had that fight, and then they fought at the guy's estate. That's actually what this.
Is that the one where he like jumps off the roof and he fucking does a?
Yeah. And then he kills some guys.
So here's one. I'm gonna throw this one out there real quick. This is a spoiler ish maybe kind of rumor spoiler thing, right? Apparently, like I said, rumor spoiler. Apparently, in Wakanda Forever, we are getting Namor. But they're changing the origin of Namor.
Away.
Well, no, so you ready for this? They're changing the origin of Namor.
He's not going to be Aquaman?
He's not going to be from Atlantis. They're going to make him from...
Atlanta?
No. He's going to be Aztec, apparently.
Oh.
He's going to be from an Aztec civilization that got flooded. Because they've released a bunch of, like, like, we filmed it, here's all of our merch sort of stuff, and a bunch of them are showing Aztec, like, symbols and stuff.
Okay.
And there's one image that's going around right now that's like a concept art, and it looks more Aztec than the way that he looks, and it's one of those things where sitting there and it's like, I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, like what I said, that could be dope.
So, do you know Funhouse? You're heard of Funhouse? It's they do a YouTube channel.
Okay.
So they came from Machinima. They had the whole thing, and then they would do GTA roleplay before roleplay was a thing.
Yeah.
They would do like this whole thing on GTA. They had a whole GTA series for years, and they did one where they were like, be obscure Avengers. So one of them was Namor.
Yeah.
And it was such. I had no idea who he was. He was just looked like Aquaman. He's like Namor, way. And then one of them did. Did you ever see that movie, The Avengers, in like the late '90s,
Yeah.
where they was like basically League for Extraordinary Gentlemen, but like a
Mm-hmm.
shitty thing?
I,
So
I,
one of them was like Ralph Fiennes from The Avenger, in like a suit and top hat.
have you? Here's one for you to look up.
Yeah.
Justice League Mortal. Look that up. Look it up. Look it up. So this was supposed to be. I forgot what year it was supposed to come out. It never came out, thankfully. I'm gonna bring it up on my screen too, just so I have it. But this was supposed to be a thing.
Mortal.
Yeah, Mortal. So it was supposed to come out. Let's see here.
It was supposed to start in 2007.
Mm-hmm.
The George Miller project.
So it's funny. So there's a bunch of images of like the team that are out and like people who were in it. Army Hammer was Bruce Wayne. Megan Gall was Wonder Woman. DJ Contrina was Superman. Adam Brody was the Flash, and then Common was Jon Stewart, Green Lantern.
Okay. Thanks for finishing that. Yeah.
Yeah. And then a bunch of the other ones like but
My favorite actor from that list is probably Common.
yeah. I mean,
think-
Adam Brody and DJ are now in Shazam, so that's kind of cool.
Yeah. Do you like Adam Brody? Do you think Army Hammer as Batman would tell girls he wants to fuck their skull?
Army Hammer is such a weird one to talk about.
Did you see the Lone Ranger with him and Johnny?
No.
I actually really enjoyed it.
That's what I was gonna say. It's one of those tough ones because, like I said, he's such a after everything that's come out recently about him, like I still think he's a decent actor. Like my thing was this: is that at one point I had an idea, right? Who is
Army Hammer was in The Social Network. He was in The Man from U.N.C.L.E. He's just as like this really. He's like basically in real life a really rich dude, who in his roles always plays a really rich dude. And then he came out with a scandal that he was texting a girl, and they were texting each other real foul shit. But she deleted all of her texts, so basically just left all of his texts saying that like he wanted to fuck her dead body.
And the whole abuse scandal and cannibalism and
Oh, and then eat her too.
Mhm.
So like, but she also, I think she played into it just to like entrap him. But it is what it is what it is.
So this is my thing. At one point, I was thinking, have you ever heard of oh god, what the fuck is the name of it? Because it's not the Injustice League. Justice League Earth 2. No, not Earth 27. Computer Earth 2. There it is. The Crime Syndicate. There we go. Have you ever heard of the Crime Syndicate? So the Crime Syndicate, there was a film. It was Crisis on Two Earths, and it's take all the good guys and take all the bad guys and switch the roles. That's Earth 2. That's the Crime Syndicate.
Interesting.
So you have characters such as Ultraman instead of Superman. You have Owlman instead of Batman. You have Superwoman, Power Ring, Johnny Quick, and then there's a couple other ones too, right? But they're not showing up on this page right here. But so basically, there's a movie where like Lex Luthor leaves that Earth and comes to our Earth, and like
Yeah, he wasn't J. Edgar. He was, Leonardo DiCaprio's love interest because
Yep.
J. Edgar was gay.
I forgot about the fact that he was.
I did forget about that.
Well, basically, my thing was this: is that like at one point I was sitting there and I'm like, it would be really cool to see a Crime Syndicate Justice League movie because that would fuck with so many people. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, the cool thing about it is that these characters are very similar. Like the Crime Syndicate characters look very similar to their counterparts, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, makes it very easy then. I was like, Matt Damon is Owlman.
Are you saying almond?
No, Owlman.
I know. I'm just kidding.
But no, so Army Hammer though was a guy I wanted to play Ultraman though, because him and Henry Cavill are very similar looking. So like that was my big.
Well, did you see The Man from Uncle?
Yeah, that was the other thing that got me was as soon as that I was like, But that was my whole thing though, was that like at one point I wanted him being that. But yeah, no, Justice League Mortal was supposed to be a thing that happened, and there's also one that where Nicolas Cage was supposed to be Superman.
I saw it. I saw that picture yesterday. Actually, he looked like Tommy Wiseau in Superman suit.
They wanted to change shit up, and they were like, "Nope, can't do that." And all fans around the world went, "Aw."
So I think we got to wrap up this week, episode 122.
122 of the effing title. Where
what's your actually closing argument? Now we'll wrap it up.
I was gonna say, what are we gonna do today?
I have so mine is it's really weird that Venmo is a money app that is also a social media app.
Wait.
Have you ever used Venmo?
No.
Do you know what Venmo is?
Yes. I know that it's an app because I remember going down to a bachelor party and they were like, "Hey, just Venmo me $20 for gas," and I was like, "Here's $20 bill." And they're like, and they were like, that was the thing. They were like, "You don't use Venmo?" I was like, I live 30 minutes from Canada in the middle of nowhere. What am I going to use Venmo for?
Well, like yesterday, so I'm going to New York in July, and we ordered an Airbnb. So I sent my friend money for the Airbnb, and then I sent my other friend money for dinner last night. So like for that stuff, it's really good. But it's literally you go on there and you do that, and then it shows like, and it's not even people you are friends with. It's people that are in your contacts.
That's just weird.
So like I saw like one of my big bosses at my work paying someone for like pizza, and like it's weird.
That is weird.
Yeah, it's like it's someone that like I don't really know, and like
you see your boss is like $5.99 for OnlyFans OF. It's like
it doesn't tell you the cost, and you can put in whatever you want. So like one of them I put York, and the other one I put like I love you. You know, like it's stupid stuff. It's weird, and I don't like it.
That is kind of weird.
Actually for a while, so like we would pay one of my buddies and we would say some like real obscene stuff and he'd be like, "Dude, stop, my mom looks at these," and then we're like, "Yeah, that's why we put it."
Yeah, that's why we're doing it.
Yeah.
So
So that's my thing, is that I think it's weird to have a payment app as also a social media app.
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
Yeah. Otherwise, I'm all for it. But
I'm trying to think what I want to say.
popular, unpopular opinion of the week. Hey, you're pulling at me this week. Yep.
I don't got one this week right now. Here we go. You know what? I got one here.
Okay.
So it's game related.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
People need to just stop fucking complaining about every single thing under the sun when it comes to games, mainly Apex, because it's just fucking annoying at this point for most people.
I've seen a lot of complaints about Apex.
The fact that people are like, "Oh, we want to change to rank. Now rank system is too hard. Oh, we don't want this map. We want Stormpoint. Well, Stormpoint sucks. Oh, I see that this map's on rotation, so I'm just gonna get off." Just shut the fuck up, play the game, and do what you can. Like it's not that fucking difficult. The people that it's like, there's one that I saw recently where it's like, "Oh, I hate playing slow. I just want to frag out and just go and do this." It's like, then go play a fucking arena shooter.
My only thing that I've seen is that it's gotten like Warzone level of sweatiness, where it's like just sitting in a building.
Here's my thing. Ready for this?
Yeah.
Competitive. in a competitive game mode like that, you're going to change the way you play.
Yeah. I mean, that's a Fortnite no build. That's what it's kind of turned into too.
I think it's just it is.
Have you played no build yet?
Yeah, we played no build for a while now.
Well, since they've adapted it to their own mode.
No.
It's sweatier.
Oh, I can only imagine. But it's one of those things where it's like
really enjoy it.
But that's the thing. It's like I've actually been really enjoying comp for Apex this season. And my thing is that so one, yes, that does it punishes solo queuers really bad because it is so team based.
Duo queuers.
But my thing is this though is like it's fucking annoying seeing people post up stuff where it's like oh I'm in 14th place. There's 14 teams left. I have 7 kills, but I still have negative 60 RP. Yes, because the major RP doesn't happen until top 5. Because you see, in a battle royale, it's about the last team standing, not about how many fucking kills you get. Everyone forgets that aspect of it. It's gotten to the point now where everyone just is like, oh, I'm on the kill grind, oh, I'm on the damage grind, oh, I'm on this.
I'm looking for my highlight reel, dude.
Exactly. To win the game, you have to be the last team standing. If I sit in a building all day, I win. Hey, guess what? I won. You can call me weird. You can call me sweaty. You can call me, a loser, whatever. I fucking won the game.
Are you platinum yet?
No, I'm probably not hitting plat this season. I'm probably gonna hit gold, if anything.
Really?
Yep. They changed the system up now, so it's harder. That's the thing. Is like they've made
it's gold plat, right? Gold plat diamond.
Gold plat diamond.
Champion.
No, gold plat. What is it? Gold plat diamond master. Pred.
Okay.
Yeah. But my thing is it's annoying because I know there's a lot of people out there that feel the same as I do, but because so many major voices out there in the Apex community are just so fucking toxic about it and just, is
well, I mean, all right. Well, look when Nick's Mercs was like, I'm gonna move to Apex because I love it.
Yeah.
It's like I need something different, and they're like, "You fucking bum, you can't." Yeah. And then he's hitting Pred every year. Every season he's hitting Pred.
I don't remember if he recently got on a team, and I think they may have made the LGS.
Yeah, I hate that people they're just gatekeepers. It's such a huge gatekeeping. Yeah, exactly. This is what I was about to say.
I don't get it. Like I said, I've had more fun this season in comp Apex than I've had ever before. Because ever before, it was one of those things where it's like, it just felt like whatever. I keep
telling myself I'm going to play. I keep telling myself I'm going
to. For me, it's one of those things where it's like, you would enjoy it.
I had Friday off, and I was like about to text you, and then you went live, and I went, oh, he's playing with them. I was like, I kind of want to play.
Yeah, no, you would actually enjoy it because of it being like an actual competitive mode now.
Yeah,
it feels rewarding to actually do well. Before it was just kind of like whatever, like who the fuck cares? Like
you just grind it out.
Now it actually feels competitive, and it's funny seeing all these people who have been begging for this change for season after season after season. They finally get the change. The change is good. Every single pro, and anyone can go and look at this, every single pro before the season, when the patch notes came out, said these changes are perfect. This is exactly what we want. 2 weeks later, everyone's complaining because it's too difficult.
Hard game hard. A hard game's too hard.
Yeah, I'm sorry that you're in a high rank in a game, so you're going to be playing up against harder players, and the system now is harder. Because the changes are now like the LGS.
Yes, but isn't that how it should be?
It should. It's the thing.
You should change it to what the pros do. Unlike Halo, which they changed the casual mode and they changed the rank. They made them different modes. When they changed the damage output, they changed this and that. It's just that's not what you do.
There's just so many weird things with it. It's just I don't understand the hate right now for all of it, because it is one of those things where it feels better playing the game. It feels better playing ranked now.
You know what I think we can both agree on? Fortnite's in a good place.
Fortnite's in a great place. Fortnite literally just said, "Hey, the major thing that that made us different than everyone else, we're getting rid of it," and everyone came back.
They're like, fuck, dude.
Yeah.
I literally was talking to my friend about it, I've played with him once, and I was like, hey man, no build, it's in a good place. So he always, literally my friend who plays a ton of Destiny, he's like, yo, assault rifles are in a good place right now. And I'm like, yo, Fortnite's in a good place right now. And he's like, oh, I want to play. So, yeah.
But
So, yeah, that was a good. Hey, you pulled that one out of your ass. It was a good one.
it's just,
Unpopular opinion.
there's one person I see that streams, and she has someone that comes in there or chat all the time, and she plays with him, and he's just complaining nonstop this season. And it's one of those things where it's like, just shut the fuck up and play. Like, I'm sorry that you can't adapt to the way that the way that the map is or the new season. I'm sorry that you can't adapt and it's not playing to your style.
You know what we should do? That video I sent you earlier where they did the 5 BRs. We should do something like that one night.
We could do it.
Yeah, we just need one more person.
We could do it. I mean, the other thing is though, like, if we did that, I would want to do more.
You want to do more?
More.
We can sit down and talk about it because I still don't have a win in Fall Guys.
Well, the thing is that, like, I don't consider Fall Guys a battle royale. Is it a battle royale technically?
In a way, it is because you start off with 100 people and it whittles it down game by game by game until you have grand champion.
Yeah, I guess that is true.
Yeah. So I think that you could do like a team-based thing where you can go with a team now.
Mm-hmm.
But it actually is going free to play, I think, next week.
Interesting. Yeah, no, I mean, like, that was the whole thing with me doing Battle Royale May. Remember, I mean, last year, was I just did a bunch of...
Did we get any PUBG wins?
No, we got that one where you came in second.
I think we came in second a couple times.
Yep.
But I had that one, I had like 13, 15 kills, and I was like, I gotta get him.
You were on a fucking beamer, and that's what it was. It was a 1v1v1 at the end.
Yeah,
and
I killed one of them.
You killed one of them, but we couldn't find the last guy.
And I couldn't figure out how to throw a grenade.
Yep.
I was like,
I had a dinosaur outfit on.
Yes. I'm gonna go to the dinosaur.
All right. Yeah, no, there we go. That's it.
122.
Yeah. 122. Holy shit. Kind of crazy. Thank you as always, DeNutte, for coming in and hanging out.
No, thank you.
Being the best cause.
Thanks for having me.
Thank everyone out there for hanging out with us. Let us know what you guys think down in the comments down below. Let us know what battle royales you want to see us play, and we'll do it. We'll get a Realm Royale win. See if Hyperscape's still up. Spellbreak. Fucking just
Spellbreak. Oh, Spellbreak. I bet Spellbreak's actually probably pretty hard because it's probably the people who are like, okay, no.
It's the people that are super sweaty.
I forgot about Spellbreak.
It's either the people that are super sweaty or it's the people that are just cheaters.
It'd be really fun to play like the really obscure one, like Super People. I don't think I even got a win in Super People when I played.
See, that's the thing is that, like, if I did it, I'm not just doing 5. I'm doing all of them. All of them. But there's which ones you want us to play.
Yeah.
And as always, depending on where you are, good morning, good afternoon, evening, and night. Still trouble, stay safe, and we'll talk to y'all later. Bye.